I'm so impressed. A guy like Daniel Webster down in Florida who's being attacked by Grayson now. I mean, just brutally. I've seen it. And yet, he's going forward, and right now it looks like the people of that Florida district are going to send him. And he's a guy that did great work in the Florida legislature as Speaker of the House and Majority Leader in the Senate. Has across-the-board respect from Democrats and Republicans because he's a solid, salt-of-the-earth guy, true conservative. And that's what's coming. But I'm saying, as we commit to cutting spending, reducing the scope and power of government, we're going to need people like you, if that's what you want, to stand behind us, because it will come potentially to a point. Remember, the president is still going to be there for 2 more years. And he's going to veto anything to, for instance, repeal healthcare, the healthcare takeover. He's going to veto legislation that will reduce spending. And he's going to push for, at the very least, a stalemate that forces Congress into simply going with a continuing resolution, which they're doing now. And a continuing resolution at the very least says we keep at the same level of spending we're at now. That's not what you're sending me to do, most of you at least, if not all of you do today. And so there will come a point in time that if the conservatives take majority of Congress, they're going to have to know that there are people standing behind them and holding up their backbone. Because the media will come out strong, the Democrat Party will come out strong, the liberal entitlement groups will come out strong, the various union groups will come out strong and saying it's the Republicans shutting down our government. And you're going to have to say, we're willing to accept that in order to get control of this country again. I don't want to shut down government unnecessarily. I want to win on reducing the cost, size, scope of government that's having terrible impact on our economy, that's destroying our future, that's taking away our liberties and our choice. But that's going to mean we're going to go through some pain and some battles to turn that around. Almost 50% of the American adult population pay no federal income taxes right now. When you add those that get refunds without even paying taxes or paying limited taxes and ultimately pay no taxes, you're looking at closer virtual reality of 70%. That doesn't bode well for those of us that say, we've got to stop government's growth because they become used to government paying their way. So it takes two. It'll take electing a guy like me who's willing to take on the tough votes and be attacked on those tough votes. As well as people standing and not only holding my feet to the fire to make sure that I keep doing that, but also say, we're with you. We are going to be partners in this battle. And we're going to speak in the town halls. We're going to speak on the letters to the editors. We're going to uphold the fact that America has to do what's necessary to return ourselves to a foundational footing that gives us hope for the future and growth again. You know, they talk about all these new, interesting ideas, new and fresh ideas, that's the term. Well, I'm for new and fresh ideas. Those new and fresh ideas that I talk for are new and fresh ideas of Washington and Jefferson and Madison, Hamilton, Franklin, Adams, who believed in a limited government and the energy, the creativity, the exceptionalism of America's people. We had our greatest advances when we had more freedom and less government. We lead the world because we had those opportunities through days gone by to fight the Industrial Revolution, the Agricultural Revolution, the Technological Revolution. And that was done primarily because the private sector, individuals like you and entrepreneurs, small businesses and corporations took risks, took steps forward, and achieved. And there's no reason we can't do that again. Unlike John McCain and others, I don't believe manufacturing is dead in Michigan. If we put a nail in big government, we can bring manufacturing for the new age back to Michigan. We can expand our educational excellence that we have in our higher education institutions in the state that cause people not only from all over the nation, but the world to come to Michigan for educational experience. And we can keep our own kids at home because we'll have jobs here again.